And as part of today's show, we have our weekly book talk program. And today we have, filling in for Elena Trucker, Paul Levitt joining us from Napa Bookmind. Paul, welcome to the show.
Hi, Barry. Good to be here again.
Good to have you. What do you have for us? Let's get rolling. What's up?
Yeah. Well, we got a couple events in the next couple of weeks that we're really excited about. The first one is Lilia Soto, who she's a local, she's wicked smart, and she just put out a book through the New York University Press that not only tells a powerful story, but it's also academically rigorous. Mm-hmm. It is called Girlhood in the Borderlands, Mexican Teens Caught in the Crossroads of Migration. And this book examines the lived experiences of Mexican teenage girls who are raised in transnational families and the varied ways in which they find meaning in their lives. There's actually this program called the Bracero program that recruits Mexican men, and it has been for decades, to come to the U.S. and work temporarily. So basically what Lilia Soto has been doing is interviewing teenage girls both in America, particularly Napa, and in Michoacan, Mexico, who have been affected by these men who are basically migrant workers traveling around and the structures of their family and how they see themselves and their race and ethnicity and the relationship between Mexico and America. She is an associate professor of American Studies and Latino Studies at the University of Wyoming, and her research focuses on historical and ethnographic comparative and relational race and ethnic studies. And right now she's doing a lot of work here in Napa Valley. So it'd be really cool to hear her talk and read her book.
Tell us again when that event's happening.
That is happening Monday, March 4th. That's going to be at the library, part of our ongoing program in collaboration with the library. Mm-hmm. It's at 7 p.m. It's a free event.
Very good. And then you have another the very very next day, huh?
That's actually a misnomer. It's the next Tuesday, the 12th.
Ah.
Yeah, and that's also a local, Brian Fies, who he just came out with a graphic novel based on his experiences after the October fires in 2017. Him and his wife lost their house and every possession they had that didn't fit in the back of their car. And in the days that followed, as the fires continued to destroy more and more homes in his area, he hastily pulled together a first-hand account of his story, and he posted it on his blog and on Facebook. And what happened is his comic and his story got picked up, and it kind of went viral. It got picked up by CNN and local newspapers and TV stations, and it ended up affecting millions of people who were moved by his honest and unflinching depiction of his experience. San Francisco PBS TV station KQED actually adapted his story, which is called A Fire Story, into a 5-minute video, which actually won an Emmy Award in 2018. He has previously published a few graphic novels that have won awards and accolades. His previous memoir was about his mom and her experiences with her having cancer, and that won an Emmy Award as well. And actually, our book buyer, Elena, who I'm filling in for, she just finished it yesterday, A Fire Story, and she loved it, and she told me to tell you it moved her to tears multiple times. She said it really, really brings home how monumental of loss that event was for so many people. So we are excited and honored to have Brian give an event. I think we're his first event for this book. So that should be a really powerful, moving event. And again, that's Tuesday, March 12th. Is also in collaboration with the library. It's a free event and also 7 p.m.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds like there's a lot of activity in the background wherever you're located currently. Is that
is it
sirens?
I'm in the city.
Okay, everybody's safe though. Everything's okay?
I think so.
All right, okay. Let's keep rolling. Let's look at this book of fiction you want to tell us about by Anissa Gray.
Yeah, this one is really exciting. It's been a really anticipated book of 2019. Anissa Gray is an interesting author. This is her debut novel, but she has previously been working in financial news as a journalist. She's actually won an Emmy and a DuPont Award for journalism she's done for CNN and for Reuters. But this story is one we're really excited about. It's for readers who enjoy Britt Bennett's The Mothers or A.R.A. Jones's American Marriage. It's about the Butler family and the three sisters that comprise it, Athea, Viola, and Lillian. And what ends up happening is kind of out of nowhere. The older and sort of substitute matriarch heard her husband get picked up by the cops and are convicted of a crime. And it's sort of about how this family comes together amid all the previous trials and all the miscommunications we've had in the past, and learn to take care of each other and each other's families. And it's really a moving portrait of families during unexpected tough times. It's a good read. I think you're really good at a rainy day read. So I think it's coming ahead.
Let's hope there aren't too many more rainy day reads needed. Maybe we can get through it.
It's unending at this point.
Yeah, seems like it. Okay, on to the cooking and wine category for this week.
The cookbook I'm focusing on is Mark Bittman's Dinner for Everyone, 100 iconic dishes made 3 ways, easy, vegan, or perfect for company. And if you don't know Mark Bittman, he's a really famous cookbook author. I think he's authored something like 14 books. He's won a Julia Child Award, a James Beard Award, all the big awards. He was a food columnist for the New York Times forever. But this one that just came out is really, really cool. It's just 100 essential dishes that he makes in 3 different ways. So he makes it very, very simply, like pared down with just a few ingredients, easy enough for an amateur to make. He also does it completely vegan. So he'll take something like spaghetti and meatballs and make it completely plant-based, and replace anything that's non-vegan with plant-based items. And then the third way is to make it really big and impressive. So things like Thanksgiving dinner, you can take a pasta and make it really big and gargantuan and fancy, I guess.
All righty then, and to wrap up for today, it's the kids' selection.
This is one our owner Naomi just read and she absolutely loved. It's by Ruth Behar. The book is called Lucky Broken Girl, and it's good for readers 10 and up. And young Ruthie, the heroine of the book, just moved to Queens in New York City from Cuba, and she works really, really hard to improve her English so she can get moved to the advanced ESL class. And then the weekend after she gets promoted, she gets into a terrible car accident with a family, leaving her bedridden for an entire year while her legs heal. And so we spend this year with her as she heals. And if you've ever been really sick or hurt, you know it's for this long time it can be really, really hard and trying. So Ruthie, is inspired by the artist Frida Kahlo and her work. And Frida Kahlo sort of infamously went through a lot of physical ailments herself, but her pain kind of helped her create art and inspired her. So Ruthie is inspired by her story and ends up kind of writing letters to Frida Kahlo, just telling her how much she's inspiring her and using her story to inspire herself. And it gets her through the challenging times. So it's a really uplifting story. It's beautifully told, and we recommend if your kid doesn't have time to read it now, maybe putting it on a summer reading list or something like that.
All right. Certainly sounds like a good one. And that wraps up our Book Talk program with Paul Levitt from Napa Bookmine filling in for Elena this week. And tell our folks again where to find you.
We are on Pearl Street downtown between Main Street and Saukville Street. We are open every day. And if you want to know more, we have a website, napabookmine.com, that has all our events, and we have book clubs and staff picks and all kinds of good stuff.
Very good. Always a lot going on at the Bookmine. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Terry.
Take care. All righty. And moving ahead, guess what? It's time to look at our What